we put periods in between the words.
Yeah, because we don't know punctuation well.
Yeah. It's a name. It's a rebranding. It's a bad one.
It's terrible.
Our team advised against us.
Yeah,
we have a team.
They're shaking their head as they drop a toaster in the bathtub they're sitting in.
Yeah, a few of them walked out and quit.
Yeah,
they hate it.
What up, fools? This is obviously Foolosophy
with Dan,
Marcus,
and we're being foolish talking about competitions. You just did a competition recently, and I'm about to do one coming up. Yeah.
So I just figured it's par for the course.
Are you a competitive person?
Honestly, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's because I sometimes can be overly competitive, like overly aggressive with it. So I just rather not
just with certain
bring that
things.
energy. Yeah. Like I'm the type. I don't play video games because I would be the type that would chuck a controller against the wall. You know, like I have that energy and I don't like it, so I just avoid it. So I'm not involved in it. But like, I don't mind competition so much, like with stand up or with comedy in general.
Yeah.
Just because I know how competitions operate. It's not always just like the person who won that night wins. There's other things involved, and I know how the game is played.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I play along because it doesn't affect me the same way that it used to.
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I see. My thing is, I have the ability to be uber competitive.
Yeah.
So I try not to like
turn it on.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, I'm usually competitive with things I know I can excel at. If I suck at it, I'm just like it's just for the love of the game, because I know I'm gonna lose, you know. But if it's something I'm good at, like I remember when I started like rolling with comedy, when I was like really getting my bearings with it, and I would enter a contest, I would get like real in my head when I lost, like this thing is rigged, the game's rigged, you know. And it was like that when I did like sports and stuff like that years ago, or even honestly, even when it like came to women, like dating and stuff. You know, like if a girl like was dating a guy, and I was like, what does he have? I don't have, you know, like, you know, and then it's like it's gross. Competitiveness sometimes is gross.
Yeah, it gets pretty difficult. Like, but like everyone likes different stuff, you know. So it's like they get that's like a lesson to learn.
Yeah,
because people want to like be the best at things.
Yeah,
you know.
The only thing I like about competition is, like, let's say from an entertainment standpoint, let's say you're putting together a concert or you putting together a comedy show or something like.
Yeah,
I like when everyone is like, no, I want to try to, like, let's say someone has a good set, and then I was like, oh, I want to do a good set too. Like, it enhances
and the show builds.
Enhances the show. Yeah,
yeah.
That's the only thing I like from because then I get out of the competitive mindset and I see it from the perspective of the audience.
Yeah, or of the perspective of a performer, like as a comedian. Like you want to be as funny as possible, but you want the show to be as funny as possible. Yeah. As well. Yeah, you know, it's not like it's not like a who's funniest, but more like, because everyone's different, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like you'll have an audience and they'll be like, I like that guy the most. I like that girl the most. I like this guy the most. That guy I hate. This guy, you know?
Yeah. But if everyone brings their
A game
or whatever they do, because I have a phrase I love, and I've been living by it for like years, is iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Like the whole, you know, that whole mindset, like just like for example, if we're on a show together, our styles are different. You know, the way you're set up and stuff, and the way mine is. But I would want you to go up there and just fucking bring it. Yeah. Because I plan on to it, and then the winner is the audience. You know, that whole mindset. Yeah. I don't know. That's
or whoever's in the front row looking at our chubby thighs.
Yeah, our under chin.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know you tuck in.
Yeah, I have a beard to cover it. It's just, male
I can't
Spanx.
grow a beard. Even if I wanted to cover my under chin.
You grow a bitch beard.
The fruity bitch drinks.
Yeah, fruity bitch drinks.
I have the fruity bitch drink. The beard version of that. My beard tastes like melon.
Yeah, but you also look like very youthful.
People think I'm younger than I am.
Yeah, and
people often say, "Are you 16?"
Yeah, people often ask me, "Are you looking for 16-year-olds?"
Both those answers are yes.
Yes. Yeah.
No, yeah, I guess I look young. I feel older than I am, and I look younger than I am.
Yeah.
But I can't really grow facial hair that thick, so I usually trim it, or I keep like stubble.
Yeah.
But I can't grow like an actual beard. I'm not envious because I won't want to deal with like I wouldn't want a beard. I think once you have it, I guess it's comfortable.
Yeah.
But it seems like just more hair to deal with just seems like I wouldn't want it. I like to be comfortable, and I feel like a beard seems like an itchy situation.
Yeah, it's itchy, but I mean, sometimes it's kind of fun scratching it.
But
and honestly,
women like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just trust
they
me.
think you're like a Roman soldier, you know?
Yeah, that was the thing that I dealt with. Scratching beard was the thing that. Yeah. So when I get that
just got patches ripped out.
Yeah. I look like I got alopecia in my face. But the thing is, also another reason I grow the beard out is I almost look too young. Like I look like a giant baby. I
saw pictures of you bald with no beard.
Yeah, you saw how stupid that looked?
You look like Big Pun.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
You look like a Puerto Rican rapper.
I look like Big Dad Pun.
Like you look like you should be rocking gold chains and like a.
Is that was your perception of
and like
that
a Puerto Rican do-rag? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You look kind of gangster.
I thought I looked like
you look like kids I grew up with who were like that, like who were like in that crowd.
Gotcha.
Not now, not with a beard.
No, yeah, no. I look like a fucking.
Now you look like kids I like. You look like friends I like
that
like
you deleted on Facebook.
Yeah, people I'm friends with. You know.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, the other version looked like I should have 3 cuts in my eyebrow.
The other version, I would have been like, "What's up, Marcus?" That would be the extent of our relationship.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
you wouldn't let me in the house. I'd steal your like plates and shit.
Yeah, my Jesus plates.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Marcus is only built for Cuban links.
Now it looks like Marcus is only built for Cuban subs.
Heyo.
Hey, Q. Yeah, I'm doing.
Did I tell that story on the podcast about when my girlfriend said I would got Cubans for you?
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. It was because you were thinking sandwiches and it was something else.
Yeah. Cigars. I still got them. Those sandwiches would have been gone the first night.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Still got the cigars.
Yeah. I'm doing the cigar bar tonight. So.
Oh, Island Girl.
Yeah.
That was a fun room.
Yeah. No sandwiches though. No, so I'm a little bummed.
Yeah. There was 2 like really expensive cars parked out front of that place last time.
Yeah.
They're like Mercedes like G-Wagons or something. It was like really expensive. Like I don't know.
It's so
some
funny.
classy people going in there.
It's so funny because then like the last show I went there, they had like a famous national touring comedian who rode up in Joey's van.
Oh really?
Family minivan. Yeah.
Joey
Joey
Nichols?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the guy who runs that particular.
Yeah, no, I rode in that van to Lakeside.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, we went.
Nice.
Yeah, I experienced it.
Oh yeah. It's funny. Yeah, I'm doing a contest coming up. It's like a improv comedy thing. It's kind of like where they basically like, let's say me and you in a round, and they're like, all right, rock paper scissors, and you win it, and I have to go first. And they're like, you got to do 1 minute on hats and go.
Oh
and
yeah,
like yeah. So I'm doing. I've been in this competition like several times, and it was like I've like won 4 of them, you know. And so now it's like all these like young guys that are in it with me.
Yeah.
Like the person they paired me up already had to cancel. And so, but they want us to do pro wrestling style like promos for it, and I'm like, oh, I'm all for that shit.
Yeah, you'd be great at that.
I bought props for it, you know. I got like a cape type, like you know how boxers like you remember like Bruce Willis in like a Pulp Fiction, that little robe thing he had with the hood on it.
Oh yeah.
I got one of those, but the sleeves were too tight. And I had to cut them off, you know. So yeah, but it came like a fake belt. I got it at like Target post Halloween, you know.
That's great.
Yeah, so I gotta record that soon, but so that's the thing I'm in. Like those are the type of things I like they're like fun, know nothing, contest. Like, I won't enter anything that, like, if I lose, is going to bum me out.
Yeah.
You know? Unless it was, like, AGT or something, then that would really, you know.
Oh, dude, I auditioned for AGT. Me and all my friends did.
Yeah.
Like comics out there.
How did they do it? Because ours was
go into like we got skipped to like through the first round because we were just like locally. We knew, I don't know. Somehow they were like, you skip right to the like perform right for the judges.
Oh shit!
Not the judges, but judges or producers, whoever, you know. So you got to do 90 seconds in front of a table in a hall-size auditorium with bright lights. Like,
dude, we got something similar, but nothing as with that level of spectacle. Yeah. Ours was 90 seconds for a scout that was supposedly with AGT. And then
where were you? Were you in a room?
We were in like a small British pub in Orlando. Yeah.
This was the San Diego Convention Center.
Jesus.
And it was like, imagine a convention center room. You know how high those things are?
Yeah.
It's like 4 stories high.
Yeah.
So like, and in case you don't know, listeners, comedy is best done in low ceilings, low light, tight seating. There's like a specific way, a good format or seating arrangement for comedy to best be done. High ceilings are not prone, but regardless, you go in 90 seconds like you guys did, and in front of 3 like producers at a long like table, and I actually got laughs, but I knew I wasn't gonna get like called for it because they want you, like, first of all, when you fill out your thing, your like profile in the paperwork, they want like an emotional backstory. Yeah. So I wrote joke answers. I wrote like bullshit. I wrote like puberty hit me extra hard, and like I wrote like all this bullshit stuff. Because like if I know something's not gonna, if I know I was no chance or like something happening, or even sometimes I guess maybe out of defensiveness, I'll like go hard onto what I view as like a comedic, what a comedian would do. Yeah, like finding it, like just fucking with people, or having fun with it, like having a good time. So I wrote that stuff, and
it's like the equivalent of going on a date and then farting because you're like, I'm not gonna see this bitch again.
Yeah, but sometimes that shit works great.
Yeah,
Yeah. But anyway, I went in, I did 90 seconds, and I got a couple of laughs, but I was just like, in my head, I was like, this is never gonna think. I was like, this is what a weird situations, because 90 seconds of stand-up comedy is an absurd time, like an absurd amount of time, absurdly short amount of time to do. Yeah. It's like a joke, and it's like just nothing. So I did that, and I left, and I was like, that was so funny. My buddy came out, who was a really good comedian, and he was like shook because he did same thing in another room, 2 other judges, and they just stonewalled him for 90 seconds. So he said, he was like, he was, I guess he had his hopes up a lot. It was fucking, like, he was not happy. And then it was just it's such a weird, strange thing. But you know what they're looking for in those shows. They want an emotional backstory. And, like,
they also want it, like, marketable, too.
Absolutely, yeah. So like, if you happen to be, like, have a tragic thing and you're really, really good looking,
oh, God.
There's a good chance you'll probably be on TV.
Huge chance. Like, mine was what upset me was the judge was, like, an hour and a half late.
Oh.
An hour and a half late. And then she showed up, and then no one said that the show was starting until it was my turn to go up. So I didn't even have time to, like, mentally prep. Yeah. Because I was just like, I was prepared when we were supposed to start, when we were started. Then an hour and a half of me just chilling and shooting the shit in the back. Yeah. And then she shows up, and they're like, oh, you're up next. What the fuck? And then I was 90 seconds. I was doing like feature sets and stuff, So I was like 90 seconds, and it was a dog shit.
It seems like an impossibly short amount of time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you almost like, especially that, like I was doing the same thing. Like I was featuring a lot for people, like, and consistently. So it's like, do 90 seconds, and you're like, what? Yeah. What do you mean? You're like, you just go on. I was like, I'll just go and talk for 90 seconds. Like I don't even want to do material. It's just what Yeah. That's what I should have done in hindsight, because I actually did a joke. I did like one joke.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, I should have just went in and just fucked with the. Actually, I did do that once. So we went to an audition for some show, and it was like a probably like 100 people auditioning. It was like to be extras in a movie or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, this sucks. And the guys who were running it left the room for whatever reason. So I went up to the back of the room, and I grabbed a clipboard that was just like in the back sitting on a table, and I walked to the front of the room, and I pretended I was one of the producers from the thing, and I was like, all right, everybody, what we're gonna do to like really determine who's gonna get these roles, we're gonna do like some improv based competition stuff. So I was pulling people up and having them do like improv based stuff, and the real producers came in and like, who the fuck is this guy? My friend filmed it. I have the video of it somewhere.
God damn it, that's funny.
Yeah, but that's fun. Like it's fun to fuck. What did
he do? Did he get kicked out, or what happened?
The guy came in and he goes, what the fuck is this? And then he just goes like that, like angry with his hands, like, and he walks back out of the room. And I saw him, and I did the thing, and I kind of like wrapped it up, and I left, and I just took off. Yeah.
God damn it. They should have hired you for that shit,
dude,
man.
Yeah, I fucking ran that whole room. But yeah, no. Oh well.
They just want you to be their little patsy. They didn't want you to be a star.
Yeah, well that's how that shit works.
Dog shit. That's hilarious.
Who cares though?
You gotta find that, man. Post it. The shit would probably
It was viral. On Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend posted it.
That's fucking great.
He starts filming like as I'm walking to the back, because I didn't tell my friends what I was doing. I just got up and started walking away.
How long ago was this?
And it was probably like 2015.
Oh, this is fucking great, dude.
And my buddy Nick, who he reminds me a lot of you.
Okay.
Or you of him, either way.
Yeah, vice versa.
You guys would get along great.
Yeah. Or we're fucking mortal enemies.
Yeah, you'd have to fight to the death.
Yeah.
It's like you're like Gonzo Nick.
Yeah.
Or Bizarro. He's like Bizarro Marcus. But he giggles in the video. I'm walking away, and he giggles and goes, "What is he doing?" It was fun. Yeah, it's good to. I love social. We're getting like way off topic. I have competition lists.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
But I love I love like social dynamics and everything. Like you understand, like you go into a social situation and you understand the social dynamics, and I love like kind of like messing with that stuff. I used to do it a lot more when I was younger, because you're braver when you're younger, and like less consequences and stuff.
Yeah.
But I used to love, and I still do, like, 'cause you understand, like, you're in a store, for example, right?
Yeah.
Like, everyone has, like, a kind of basic understanding of how you're supposed to behave. And that's why Curb Your Enthusiasm's so great.
Okay. Yeah.
I love that, because it's, like, it's, like, prodding at that, like, social understanding and social contracts.
And you're doing the things that you kind of think to do, you want to do, but you do it on the show, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but yours is funny because you're actually doing it in real life.
Yeah, but I'm not like a curmudgeon. Like I admire that, like, the Larry character. I think it's so great.
Yeah.
But I'm like a more I don't know. I used to just mess with stuff like more when I was younger.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've done one of my favorite things was I used to do things like that, MegaCon.
Yeah.
One year I just put on a bunch of just random shit. Just random stuff, and I walked around convincing people that I was an obscure manga character, and I got people taking pictures of me and shit.
That's awesome.
And then another one was the little tables that they have at like conventions where they like you can meet John Cena and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there was an empty one, and it was like the queue line was like super big, and I grabbed this. I had grabbed the piece of poster board, and I took a Sharpie that I had on me for my cosplay. And I took all that off, and I put guy you've never met before. And I put a sign there. And I had buttons, my actual merch buttons for my stand-up, because I just got done doing it. And I sat there, and I just waited for people to come to me. And people were like, what is this? And they're like, you want to buy a button? And I sold buttons and got people, I like signed some of the buttons, I think. I got people taking pictures with me. And to the point where there was a queue line. There was a queue line building up.
That's awesome.
And then
that's called social proof.
What is that? Social proof?
Social proof.
What does that mean?
It's huge today. Social proof is is like a psychological influence where when people see other people doing something, they tend to do it just because they feel like that's the right thing to do, not necessarily because they actually believe it or like think it through. So think of like social media influence.
Or people being performative about social issues.
Yes. Yeah.
People that didn't give a shit about racial issues and putting that blackout picture for
all of
second.
It. Yes. Not actually helping, but like, but social proof is like, or like a media headline will go out like an opinion, and then people will latch on to that opinion, and then because people do that, it's like more and more. But that's like on a grander scale. Social proof for your situation would have been like people started lining up because people are like, what's this guy? And then another person, and then someone walks by and there's like 2-3 people waiting to see who you are. So they think there's some guy right there who must be worth waiting for because these other people are. And then more people build up. And that's why sometimes a venue, like a rock venue or a bar, will close the doors and make people wait in a line out in front of a business, and then let people in, because all the while there's a long line of people waiting to get into a business. Everybody who walks by sees that and then goes, oh wow, like that business, there's all these people waiting to get into there, what's going on in there? That's called social proof.
Gotcha.
And so it's a really strong influence, and that boil it down to like a really small thing is like a Tupperware party, whereas like you invite someone over, and it's like friends. It's usually like a housewife. Will invite her friends over, and they'll sit and they'll like hear about Tupperware or whatever, and then people will buy this shit because they're all there together. They know each other, so it's like a credibility there. But also like one buys it, and round it goes.
And it's weird because it partially feels like we're going off topic, but when you think about it, not really. Because everything we just described, the Tupperware party, the lunch, are just tools to advance your product.
Yeah.
So like competition, like that's how you would get the edge over the other local businesses or the other performance venues or whatever.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's also like I noticed that in some small part when you go to let's say you go to a Walgreens, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking around, there's no one at the register. And as soon as you go to the register, then 3 other people go to the register. They're like, "Oh, this is our time to like, dude. The register was open for 25 fucking minutes, And so, like, it's like this weird trick that, okay. I didn't know there was a term for it. Social proof. Okay.
I read this great book and I recommend it. It's called Influence, by Robert Cialdini. And it's like a book all about social influence, like marketing influence and stuff.
Gotcha.
It's cool.
I think it's innate, though. I think it's innate too, because it's the same thing when, like, for example, when you're a single person and you're looking for people, it takes forever for people to like be drawn to, unless you're like super handsome or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But as soon as you're in a relationship, then women are like, or the opposite way too, like
social proof, because another woman, besides her, deemed you worthy enough to start a relationship with.
Yeah.
So they go, this other woman sees something in this guy. There must be something to him.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost as basic as that.
Yeah, but that's almost like innate, like human instinct, almost like food.
Yeah.
Because it's like a desirability type thing. Wow. Okay, I didn't know there was a term for it. All right.
Social proof. It's also like, if you zoom it back out, like why social media is like so pervasive, like people, it pushes and persuades people, persuasive, I meant. Because people's brains, human brains are lazy, and they are designed to do the least amount of work as possible to get the most done.
Yeah. And
part of that is not thinking, and part of not thinking is getting opinions handed to you.
Oh, okay.
And social proof is many people believing a opinion. So that's why when you hear people talk about often like news topics or social issues, you'll hear a lot of the same phrases over and over again, or you'll hear the same basic core idea, one way or the other. But it's the same. It's very narrowly like the same idea. So, usually you want to try to be like, all right, let's get deeper than like that one talking point, because people don't usually, and I'm no better, but I mean, that's I'm more interested in like this stuff, like why people, I don't care about politics, but I care about why people like politics.
Yeah, honestly, it's weird. I care about social issues and stuff.
Me too.
But it's so weird. To the point where I'm so against competition now in life. Yeah. That I just don't see the sense in like arguing. Yeah. Even if like, because my thing is, here's my ideal is me yelling at someone to not be racist is not going to make them less racist. Yeah, it's not. There's way more,
especially
involved.
From you. They're just gonna be confused.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey,
should I hate you or not?
Why is he turning on me? I thought he was one of us. I was going to invite him to
one of us.
I was going to invite him to our Civil War reenactment.
You said you're how many different races?
I don't like them.
You're like you're the antidote because you're so many.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. Like, and also like people. It's weird. Like people don't want people don't want their minds changed. Yeah. So it's like you really. That's why a lot of people will just if you like believe in a certain thing, you'll watch the type of stuff or listen to the type of stuff that reinforces your beliefs. Yeah. And then everyone sits there and like, I'm right. See, like these people are talking about how right I am. Yeah. And that feels good.
Oh yeah, validation, man.
Everybody, it's valid. Yeah, yeah, it's validation, social proof.
Oh shit, yeah.
Because if like so it's interesting. But that's a great book. It's liking is another thing, which is a lot about a lot of like getting people to like you. That's like a big thing, and all that comes down to is like. Just getting people to talk about themselves, because people just want to talk about themselves. Yeah. So that's all you got to do.
Hence why we have a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we like it. No one else.
Yeah, yeah. No, we got listeners.
Our fans are small and mighty.
Small and mighty. Yeah, we got who on your side, like friends of yours that listen to it? Cause I got a couple.
I've had a few like mention that they've listened and stuff, but none have like written. Like you have some friends who have like
I got
wrote you messages.
Alex,
which is really
I got
cool.
Joan, Alex, Joan. I got Travis Santo.
Oh yeah, I love Travis.
His good buddy of mine. You got a couple of people I think added me on Instagram.
Yeah, Adam Bennett. Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm gonna try to do like a pitch to see if we can get our Instagram numbers up. Yeah, and because
we're stuck at 88.
Yeah, 12 more, baby. Get that triple digit number.
It's amazing.
Yeah, little small victories.
Yeah.
In this competition of life.
Isn't that funny? Social media seems like a competition because people like compete together. Yeah, and then like Facebook and Instagram, right? Like people like Instagram especially because people don't like Facebook anymore. But Instagram, people like live on there and they do everything they can to like build a big following. Yeah. And it helps promote like your career or whatever. Yeah. But like at the end of the day, unless you're like directly paid from there or like, directly benefit, it's just ad revenue for Facebook. Yeah.
Which I'm sorry, now it's Meta. It's Meta.
For Meta.
Yeah, fucking. Ugh.
Or like there was
the metaverse or whatever. Oof, that's scary.
They're gonna turn the internet into like the world into the internet and monetize the world. So now like instead of people just ignoring you, like looking down at a phone and be like, I'm sorry, what? And they look up and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at this tiny little screen right here. People are gonna have glasses on and they're just gonna be staring off into the distance like this and like swinging at the air and shit,
Oh man.
Everyone's gonna be in their own like because you'll put on like smart glasses and the world will be like look like a video game.
Oh,
and then you're gonna have like all this data and stats and messages and the weather and this person's a blah blah blah, and you say hi and you connect with this one, and this is a banana and this.
Like
I hate how basic.
I love technology, but I think there's a cap off for me. Like when
No, people are you got to check it out.
But I like when my technology is in my hand and then I can put it away, and then I don't have to deal with it.
You say that now, but once everyone's gonna be wild, going crazy with in the metaverse. You know what it is like. So from what I understand. Certain benefits. So this is a benefit that I think you would appreciate. In the metaverse, you would be able to, like, TVs like this. I'm pointing to a TV.
Yeah.
TVs like this would not exist or not need to exist because you could put on glasses and then digitally put a screen on the wall and then watch whatever you want. No, that doesn't do it for you. You can make an avatar of yourself 20 pounds lighter.
I saw. I could just take a picture at a different angle and make myself 20 pounds lighter.
No, I don't know.
Oh no, this is a slippery slope because
it's crazy. No,
yeah, because we're going into Fahrenheit 451 and.
Yeah, we
Terminator and fucking.
We're there.
We're dystopian future. We're already there.
We're there, man. Everything's tracked just to get more money out of you. It's great.
I don't like that I'm 36 and I've already experienced typewriters to this.
Yeah,
I'm 36 and I've experienced. I took a fucking typewriting class.
Did you?
Yeah, in middle school.
That's awesome.
That's the weird thing about being a geriatric millennial is, I have distinct memories of old school ass technology.
Yeah.
Phones with cords. We had a phone with the dial, what do they call that? I don't even remember.
Rotary phone?
Rotary phone. I don't even remember the name because it's like, but I have distinct memory of using.
You dial.
Was it, zero and then
it took fucking 3 full minutes to dial one number.
I mean, honestly, the rotary phone is the reason why I finger bang pretty good. Though.
Yeah. You do it up and like the You do the come here motion all the way around the dial.
What are you doing? I'm dialing long distance.
Yeah, we grew up in a really awesome time because we got to experience like the old world and the new world, like a transition period,
we're older than Google.
Yeah,
we're older than Google. I mean, I remember making short films before YouTube existed.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's very strange.
Yeah. To lighten it up, I got some really good I looked up unusual competition.
Yeah, you sent me the link. That was pretty cool. There were some interesting ones.
And you screenshot one of the first ones on the first one on the list, which we both know people competed in, was the World Beard and Mustache Championships.
Yeah. You said you had was he a comic or who was he?
No, he was a buddy of mine when I was young. His name's Roy, and he had a huge beard, and he did like he just had like one of those mighty. Admirable beards,
Nice.
And he used to do like I don't know if he did competition, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay,
I want to say he did.
I had two buddies. Well, the one they were twins. Twins. One was a comic. One was a stand-up comedian, and he worked in the restaurant industry, which I thought was weird that was a stipulation about him working at the restaurants. It was like he's like, I'm not cutting this.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to work around this, like. Give me a face net type thing or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm not cutting this. I do competitions all over the country and all over the world.
Yeah, moneymaker.
Yeah, and I think he was him and his twin brother. His twin brother wasn't a comedian, but they both competed in the Mustache Championships.
Oh yeah.
And and I think his brother competed in the beard too. So his brother one year placed in both the mustache and beard, and then the other comic. He placed in I think he was at one point he was like number 3 in the world.
Oh wow!
Yeah, or number 2 or number 3 in the world, with mustache, and like number 1 in America. So he's beat out by like a Ukrainian dude and like some guy from Britain or some shit like that.
Oh man!
Yeah. So and then he was telling me about like he was telling me stories about like the guys from ZZ Top were like the judges.
Oh, that's cool.
And then and then he got into it. I think he got drunk, and he got into it with one of the guys at ZZ Top. It was a cool story, but yeah, it was he was a funny comedian. He was very dark. He had some jokes I would love to tell on the air, but I don't know. It might divide some people, you know. Honestly, some of the stuff he did would probably get a lot of people canceled now.
Yeah,
yeah. It was just a different time, but like
different time,
but like. But I mean, that was his intention. He wasn't there to actually try to hurt people. He was just there to make people squirm. That was like, he was like the Joker, you know. Yeah,
he was Jack Napier.
Yeah, Jack. That's funny.
My lady's mom was in a beauty competition in Jamaica, and Bob Marley was one of the judges.
Hell yeah, dude, that was awesome.
She got second place.
Fuck yeah, man. Who won?
Some stewardess, I was told.
Oh, some stewardess.
Yeah. But yeah, so check this out. Beyond the beard mustache, there's some strange ones. Let me know how you think you'd do.
Okay.
In these, so North American Wife Carrying Championship.
Okay, that's one of the ones I screenshotted. AKA kidnapping practice. That's what that's my takeaway.
I love that they even show you the technique, like the over the shoulder, cross the legs, hold the heels. Like they have them like yeah. That, and it's also it would be funny if you had a wife you couldn't pick up but you wanted to enter.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how they build strongmen.
Yeah. You throw those kegs over.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, tar barrels. That one I thought.
What? Yeah, I didn't.
Would be one that you'd be good at because it's Viking like.
Was it like? Yeah, I didn't really read the specifics of that one. I was
it's
just like gonna skim it.
Barrels soaked in tar, and they light them on fire and then carry them. It's like the most manly thing. And there's pictures of it. And it's just men like they were holding wives, but it's just barrels on fire.
Fire?
Yeah,
right, that sounds.
Look at this shit.
Oh my god, that is.
I was like, Marcus could do that.
My dick grew 3 inches just looking at that.
Yeah, cell phone throwing.
Okay, I don't even compete in that, but I do it all the time.
That's in Finland. They throw cell phones.
Yeah, the picture is a lady throwing a brick, and the veins in her arm is unbelievable. Yeah, that's. I get no service. Ugh, Chuck. Yeet.
Yeah. Hidden fees.
Yeah. What do you mean no texting after 9 p.m.? Remember that shit?
Yeah. The prime time.
Yeah, the nights and weekends.
Yeah.
Don't text me at 4 p.m. on a Monday.
Oh my god. Oh god.
What was the next one?
Nail Olympia. Which was a nail competition.
Oh, that's so funny because I think I knew. I can't remember. I didn't really know her. She was like an acquaintance. Like the beard mustache guy I knew. That was a buddy of mine. He was a comic. But I knew through other people of a girl who she didn't do the Nail Olympia where they do the competitive nails and stuff. She did the hair.
Oh, okay.
Where they did like they would put like a carousel in her fucking hair and shit. Like, yeah, like she looked like fucking Beetlejuice trying to scare off the deets. You know, like
they have a nail sitcom about a girl in Long Island who does nails, and my girlfriend watched it.
Oh, okay.
And I've never watched a full episode, but I was just aware that it exists.
Yeah.
And I would hear a Long Island accent, and it would just bring me back to just sound like you're in a local bagel place.
Oh my god.
But
I want locks on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. My Long Island accent sucks. It's still Southern somehow. Yeah.
Your dad would be so disappointed. The 17th Street High Heel Race, which is in Washington, D.C., and it's a bunch of drag queens, and they race in high heels.
Okay.
Which is cool.
17th Street High Heel Race. Also sounds like if you just pull over on 17th Street and just ask for a hooker, and you just hear the clanking of heels as they all run to your car looking for Johns.
The official motto is crossing the line. It started in 1986. So that's pretty fun. This was my favorite one.
Okay.
That I found. Chess Boxing Amateur World Championship. Now, chess boxing is exactly what it sounds like. You play 3-minute round of chess, and then you do 3-minute round of boxing, and then 3-minute round of chess, 3-minute round of boxing.
Okay.
So imagine that. Imagine playing chess and then having to box. Imagine you just get imagine you get mostly knocked out. Like you get up after 7 and then you just got to sit down and start playing chess again.
Fuck that. I'd rather play the Scrabble and wrestling competition.
Arm wrestling. Would you do you think you do the slap competitions they do in like Russia?
Dude, somebody sent me a link. There was they were like, they did an Instagram story and they're like, who do you know would do well in this? And I got tagged in it like 3 times.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You think you do you could probably do a hard slap.
Oh, well, not the kiss and tell, but my hands, I'm pretty good at smacking and slapping.
You're so coy about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, this was the coolest. This is one of the coolest things I've ever read in my life.
Okay.
No, it was one of the coolest things I've read about in recent time. It's called the Sri Chinmoy Self-Transcendence 3,100-mile race. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that.
I saw the headline, but I couldn't get the story.
So this is a 3,100 miles long, which is longer than the width of the United States, which is 2,800 miles. This race, it's an ultra marathon. It takes place in Queens, New York. And it takes place on a half-mile track, which is basically just a sidewalk around a high school and a playground. It's like a high school, a field, and a playground.
Yeah.
And it's a half-mile sidewalk around there. You have to maintain 59 miles a day for 52 days straight. 59 miles a day for 52 days straight. Now, not only that, you're walking in a half mile.
Oh, that's so boring and repetitive.
So it's so boring and repetitive. Can you I was reading this and I was trying to digest it. I was just sitting at work, sitting in my office, and I was sitting there. I was like, I can't wrap my head around it. I was watching video of people do it. They only let 10 people do it. When they actually do the race, and I just can't. I actually went on Google Maps and I clicked around the block what they do.
Yeah.
So I just clicked it just to see the street view of what it looked like, and it's just it looks exactly like it's a little more urban than where I grew up, but it looks exactly like sidewalks in New York. It's kind of dirty, but it's flat and it's little grass poking out here and there. It's a little trash every once in a while. There's a fence, the chain fence. It just reminded me, it's just any high school, any sidewalk going around a high school. Dude, could you imagine that? There's ultra marathons that are crazy. Do you ever hear of Badwater? That's in California, near Death Valley. Which is where
I think I heard of it.
It's where the Undertaker's from.
Hell yeah, Death Valley.
Where's he from? Parts unknown.
No, he was from Death Valley.
Death Valley. All right.
Yeah.
Badwater is in the middle of the desert. It's like an ultra marathon, and it's so hot where it is that people have to run on the white line on the road because their shoes will burn to the road.
Yeah. Yeah, you crack eggs on the hood of the car and cook them and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they do an ultra marathon there. It's 250 miles or some shit, dude.
That.
Some insane. So that's the ultra marathons I've heard of. There's one through the Appalachian Trail somewhere in North Carolina or Tennessee, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And there was a documentary about it. I forget the name of it, but it was excellent and kind of basic trail, almost like you would go hiking, on a basic kind of park trail.
Yeah.
But it's that forever, and it's in that mixed with difficult terrain.
I have a couple of family friends, and there's a buddy of mine in New York that do. They don't do marathons. They do I guess ultra marathon where they run 250 miles and that type of thing. It's unbelievable.
Apparently, human beings are designed for endurance. Like we're meant for, our body mechanically is like meant and evolved for endurance. Apparently, like a human can outrun outlast a horse in endurance. You know.
Oh yeah, because they're good for short bursts and stuff. And and that's it.
It's like, you know, that's what they say. Not me.
Yeah.
Not us.
I get tired like when I have to stand in line at the food court for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, can I get
tired,
another sample?
Yeah, I'll be laying on my couch and I'll be like, this is too much.
I've woken up and I'm like, oh man, what did I do last night? Oh, I just slept.
Yeah.
And like my shoulder and elbow is sore.
Yeah, dude, it's so I was ultra marathons. I always heard about those crazy ones. So this blew my mind. I can't even. I couldn't
even imagine the repetitiveness of it.
That's
because I've been on a treadmill.
That's a whole other challenge, you know.
Because you've been on a treadmill and you like ran a mile on a treadmill.
Yeah, it's grueling because you're just like, I got to get out of here. You know.
Yeah, I can only listen to a certain amount of songs on Spotify before I got to get out of here.
Yeah,
like I need different terrain.
A changing view. Like you could, you know, if you had to, doing 3,100 miles is insane. And like it's like an impossible task to begin with, but to do it without any variation of scenery, has to be like such a mental challenge. It's a whole. I was texting my girlfriend today. I was like, can you believe this? I was like freaking out.
But just a whole 52 miles a day, or 59 miles a day for 52 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
59 miles a day.
I would be like, hell yeah, I knocked out 59 miles. Like, that's day one. I'm like, oh fuck.
You have to do it. I mean, that's
insane.
That's close to 2 months. You know.
But what's crazy is how do you train for that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
and not only that, it's in Queens. It's right next to the Grand Central Parkway. Like it's next to a really busy road, and there's like a wall, and then it's just a high school. It was called like Edison High School, and then there's a little playground and just fence.
That's crazy.
Like it blows your mind, and you're like, this event. It's nuts. I'm like, and I am like blown away by it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I guess it's because it's not my wheelhouse. Like I'm not a runner. Like strength events, like probably are silly to some people, like that barrel on fire thing. You know what I mean? I
love strongman. You like strongman competition?
Here's a little known fact. Years ago, I used to be pretty strong. I did like a 700 squat. 700-pound squat, which I found out was like middle of the road. Now there's dudes doing 1,200 pounds and shit. It's like unbelievable. But they're also built way different.
Like your knees could hold that. You know, like I would be so nervous of that.
Oh yeah, well
I remember like leg pressing like 400 pounds and being like, I feel like my knees are just gonna explode.
Yeah,
and like so I can imagine
because your body's not built for that. They have they have like wraps and stuff that they put on for those guys. But even then, like you should see like the retired guys. Those guys are fucked up, man. And honestly, I think I screwed myself up a little bit doing that.
You used to have a neck, but it got pushed in.
Oh, honestly, I think I compressed myself like an accordion that didn't have any give. Like,
oh wow, like your spine.
I feel like that because actually my whole spine is compressed completely.
Oh really?
But it's a congenital thing. I don't think it had anything technically.
Could you imagine you went to a chiropractor, like cracked your back, and you grew like 4 inches?
I went to a chiropractor, and this is what she told me. She said, congenitally, my spine is compressed from C1 to L12 or whatever. And if there was proper spacing between each disc, like a normal human being would have, I would be close to 6 foot, 6'1".
Wow.
Yeah, that compressed.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God, you're like, thanks a lot, lady.
Yeah, you know how bummed that I was because I'm
like, one good spine away from getting laid all the time,
dude. I had an ex-girlfriend who was obsessed with height. Like, there's a lot of women are obsessed with height.
Yeah, they love it.
And it's just, I was like,
even though they're all short themselves.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't get started on that. It's fucking bullshit. Fucking double standards of beauty. But at the same time, I look like this, and there's still people that want to fuck. So
yeah.
So
the two, these were like strange ones. My two favorite forms of competition to watch are strongman competitions and eating competitions.
Dude, I love those too.
So the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah. Who's the current champion?
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut still?
Okay. Yeah, shout out. He brought the pride back to America because Kobayashi
was killing
for years.
He
was killing it, and
then Eater X was in there in the mix a little bit.
Yeah,
the guy that painted his
face.
And
there was like a Big John something or other, and like it was a bunch of dudes. I watched Kobayashi train once. It was like it was the MTV True Life. I'm a competitive eater, and it followed Kobayashi to it was almost like a Japanese tapas place or whatever, like sushi.
Yeah,
but it was like
noodles and stuff, and
noodles,
rice dishes.
And then like, did you see it?
Yeah.
It was like he stacked up plates, like 3 like stacks of plates like that high. He just and the chefs were coming out looking at him and like laughing. And then I remember he had dessert. It was like shaved ice, but they put like syrup on it, like flavored syrup. Yeah. And he had like a mountain of it. And he was just housing it. And they were just like throwing their hands up.
Like 6-pack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, he's tiny.
It was unbelievable.
That's unreal. Could you imagine that? That would be a dream. Like as a fat kid, you wouldn't that be just a dream come true? You could eat whatever you want. And
have you ever entered a eating competition?
No, I can't eat a lot.
Oh, okay.
I could eat. I mean, I could eat like more than like I could eat like an average to above average amount, but I can't eat like not competition.
When I was like in middle school going into high school, I probably could have competed.
Yeah,
like it was bad.
You have to have like a really high metabolism to be good at it.
I had a high metabolism plus my muscularity in my body was different.
Yeah,
like right now I'm very dense and it doesn't allow for proper expansion of your stomach.
Yeah,
but then I was like softer.
Oh,
like
okay,
so,
yeah.
that's why the either you're fit or you're blubbery. Because your stomach is allowed to expand properly to accommodate the amount of food that you're inputting.
That makes sense.
I entered a hot dog eating competition one time.
Well, oh wow! So wait, what was how much time did you have?
We had 3 minutes, I think.
Okay,
no, 5
minutes. How
5
many
minutes. I think like 22 hot dogs in 5 minutes. It's not shabby, but it ain't great. But I got my ass whooped by a homeless guy that wasn't even in the competition.
He's just on the side.
He just walked
stealing,
up, and no one had the heart to tell him no.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what they did was they declared him officially like the winner for the event because no one had the heart to say no.
Yeah.
But whoever got like second was the true winner because he was actually signed up for it.
Yeah.
So I think this is what they did.
That's so funny.
Yeah, cause I mean that dude
homeless hot dog
just walk like ever. I remember like it was in a little gazebo at this like sausage. It was like a business that like their primary thing was sausages.
Yeah,
and so they made these hot dogs. Or I don't think they made them. I think they just bought them. It tastes like Nathan's hot dogs or something like that.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to promote it as Nathan's because there's already a Nathan's hot dog competition. They didn't want to confuse people. So they did it. They're naming the business. And we used to do, there was a short-lived open mic there at that business. And so that's how I found out about it. I'm like, I'm doing that hot dog eating contest. And I thought I was going to crush. And I was getting my ass whooped. I came like second to last, I think.
How many did you eat? Do you remember?
22.
22?
22 hot dogs and buns. Yeah.
In 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Dude, that is...
Yeah.
And you came in second to last with 22?
Yeah, because the other guys were knocking out like...
What did the homeless guy eat? Do you remember?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
22
might be a stretch. It might
Joey
be a little
Chestnut with a fake
It might be
beard
It might be a little less than that. It might be like 14 or something like that.
Still,
it was double digit.
Anything more than 3.
It was double
I'm
digit for sure. It was double digit, but these like other cats were doing like 26, 30. One guy hit I think 40, and then the homeless guy was up there. But that was just pure hunger. That wasn't competitive edge. That was just like, if I don't eat these hot dogs, I'll fucking die.
Getting ready to hibernate.
Oh, dude, it was. I thought that was the funniest thing because then I did it like afterwards. I went to a show and there was like Howie Mandel was there. And I got to work with him. But it was just like, man, this is the weirdest day I've ever had in my life.
I think I could probably eat like 4 hot dogs if I like
hot dogs and buns or
okay. Hot dogs on their own, I could probably. No, I don't. I couldn't see. Even less, like hot dog and bun. I feel like 3, I would be full.
I used to regularly eat a whole 8-pack of hot dogs and buns. Like, yeah, I used to. That
For
was
real?
that was a regular thing. Yeah,
In one sitting.
in one sitting. Yeah.
And just
one
after the other.
Did you
bun each dog? Did you do?
Yeah, but here's the thing, and also for me,
Oh my God,
is I don't eat condiments. Remember I told you about the sauces?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So it's just bun and dog. I mean, that's how they do it in the competitions. I'm like, that's perfect. You know.
Yeah, if you got a thick cheeseburger,
yeah,
right, and you put it on a bun, and then you took hot dogs and you lined it up like next to the burger patty,
yeah,
like boop 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 boop. That's probably like 4 hot dogs worth of meat, right? Like a hot dog's weight, like probably 4 hot dogs equals like 1 big burger.
Yeah, because these weren't like
2 hot dogs to a smaller burger.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, these weren't like quarter-pound hot dogs or anything like that. They weren't like jumbo. They were just like
I loved the footlong. Did you get footlong hot dogs growing up a lot?
No, I mean unless I went to like a football game or something.
Yeah,
you know, I mean it's just we just got standard like Armour or S-Bar hot dogs. That's when you know you're shopping at Save a Lot.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Or some place where they don't have bags. You have to bring your own bags and boxes.
Yeah,
for grocery shopping.
Aldi.
Yeah, Aldi's just like a fancy Save a Lot.
They have their carts locked up like prisoners. You got to free them with a quarter.
Yeah, with the quarter. I just saw like a life hack thing where like some guy used the bottle. You know the cap for the can. Like you basically take out that middle piece and then put it in there and slides in. It treats it like basically pretend. You can almost pretend like it's a quarter.
Oh, okay.
He unlocked it like. Just get a fucking quarter.
Yeah, just
like,
keep a quarter in your car. Jeez.
Jesus Christ. You know how much more a can cost than a quarter? Like, it's unbelievable.
I know, yeah. One can's probably like $1.25.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Then, strongman competitions are great. Those are probably the best, the most fun to watch.
Those are super fun. That's what I lost track where I was going. Okay. I actually was going to, I wanted to compete in those.
Oh yeah,
I'm too short.
Too short.
Too short.
That didn't seem like an issue.
It's a okay. When you like your height and your wingspan are comparative. So if you were 5'9", your wingspan would be 5'9". To safely compete in certain events, you have to have a wingspan of like 72 inches, which is 6 feet.
Oh,
to get around the Atlas stones and certain things
that makes sense.
To carry, just from a logistical standpoint of your body, and so when you're shorter than that, you're basically being shorter or having a lesser wingspan, you're basically prone to way more injuries. And you know that's the one thing they want to try to mitigate as much as possible is the prevalence of injuries. So if you were like 5'10", but there's some people that there was a guy named Mariusz Pudzianowski. He was from Poland, I think he was, and he was like the world strongman champion for like 3 years running and stuff. And then he was always in the finals or in the finals competition or like the runner up and stuff. He's 5'11", but he has a wingspan of like 73 inches. So he's 5'11", but he has the wingspan of like someone who's 6'2". So he has like long gorilla arms, and that's how he was able to compete. So
that's cool. I didn't know that.
I unfortunately am. I think I had like I'm 5'8", 5'9", so we're talking like 69 inches wingspan, and it's like a couple inches shorter of what's allowed.
Yeah.
So like right out the gate, like at my prime body, I was told I couldn't compete because the wingspan thing.
And then you're like, fuck it.
yeah. I mean, I used to do tire toss, the tire flips.
Yeah.
I didn't do Atlas Stone, but I used to push trucks in like parking lots and stuff. Yeah, just
I love how it's just like moving like big, you know, it's just like move this stone or move this keg or throw this thing or
I used to
this
pull.
rope.
I pulled a truck before.
Pull
like an F-250.
Pull this vehicle.
I pulled an F-250, pushed an F-250, pushed a Jeep, pulled a Jeep. I think. I wanted to do like a milk truck or like a UPS truck, like because like when you go into the actual competitions, you're pulling like planes and shit, or like semis and shit like that. So I wanted to because like when I did football and stuff, that's why one of the football coaches was like really like salivating because I was fast. I was fast, you know, because I used to do track and field, but it was so weird because I I didn't know I was fast until years later, many years later, when I told people my 40 time. They were like, "Yeah, I used to run like a 4.640." I'm like, "What the fuck? That's what like so and so that's in the NFL runs." And I didn't know because I had friends that ran 4.3s.
Oh,
so
wow.
I thought it was slow. Yeah, so it was like, yeah, so it was
4.6 is crazy fast.
I didn't know. I thought it was slow because I was on the C team, on the relay team. I was on the fucking C team.
You played football?
Not really. I went out for it.
It could have been on like a.
One of the coaches was like gunning. He was gunning.
Height is a thing too, though. There, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say you could be like a good linebacker, but
that's what he wanted me to be, a linebacker.
But like it's also beneficial to be somewhat tall, so you could see like passing and stuff. All that, bullshit.
My height has always been an issue. It's weird because like my mom's tall for a woman. My dad's 5'3".
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah. My dad climbs trees. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I saw one cool thing. I saw combining the eating competition and the strongman competition. There was a YouTube video. It was like the strongman competition guys eating, and they just go to like a steakhouse and they order like 8 steaks and like 5 baked potatoes. You know, they just order like this huge amounts of food and they just kill it.
Dude, you remember that show Man vs. Food?
Yeah, with Adam Richmond.
Adam Richmond, right?
Richmond, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking love that show. And then
that dude, he told a funny. I'll tell your story. I'll tell.
No, good. Yeah.
So he told a story about like eating these like habanero based hot wings at some place.
Yeah.
And he said he was like eating it and it was like insanely hot. But he finished it and he thought it was all right. And he said like 10 minutes or so after he ate it, he started like hallucinating.
Oh, shit.
And then he went to the bathroom and he was like puking and shitting and like.
Oh my God.
It's a funny story. He goes through the whole thing.
Yeah, because didn't he have to like stop doing it because of health reasons and stuff?
I'm sure. I think he gained a bunch of weight, which like how could you not? You know, like doing all.
I remember him getting pretty beefy. Then they got another person to host it.
Yeah, they're like, let's kill someone else.
Yeah. We killed this guy. This guy's got ED now.
That would be. Yeah, I never do competitions. I love spicy food, and I used to love to like try to eat as like not as spicy as possible, but I would like try some shit. And now I've like kind of tapered off with that because I'm like, yeah. There was a yeah, I don't know. That should do it.
Yeah. Oh man, that's now I'm hungry.
Yeah. Hungry for you want to eat a lot and then throw a keg over a wall.
That's the last thing I want to do when I eat a lot. Yeah, if there was a competitive napping, I would fucking do that. Like after I eat a lot. Holy shit, man.
Hell yeah. Let's have the fools compete to get us to 100 followers.
Get us to 100 followers. Also, if you're listening or listen, if you have any stories about you competing in anything unusual, potato sack races or something like that, fucking 3-legged races, let us know. Like I want to hear.
Yeah, we'll read some on the beginning of next show.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to get that email or instant message.
Yeah, get the fans involved.
Yeah, man. But if you didn't compete in anything, that's just dumb.
Yeah,
and it's not fun to be dumb, but it's cool to be foolish.
There it is.
Bring it on home, Daddy. Come on.
Hong Kong, we're in the port. All right, you guys.